Hey everyone, this is King Kong 9200, and today I'm going to be showing you a very easy way on how to import/export SFM models to Blender. Now when I say to Blender, we're not going to be using the typical collada.day or wavefront.object formats. Instead we're going to be using a new format, which is, it's not new, but it is called XPS or .mesh or .ascii. And these formats are from a program called XPS or XNA Laura. XPS stands for, I don't know what the X is, but the PS stands for Posing Studio. So it is a 3D, not modeling, but 3D posing program. Now, yeah, we're going to be using two programs and two add-ons. The two add-ons are for Blender and for the 3D modeling program, or 3D extracting program. But the two main programs we're using are Noesis and VTF Edit. Noesis is to extract the model and VTF Edit is to extract the textures. So let's get right into it. First up, I want you to download XPS Tools. Of course, all the links will be in the description below. Download XPS Tools. This is an add-on for Blender, so you can import/export models that are in .mesh, .ascii, or .xps format. So this will help get our SFM model into Blender itself. So I don't know how to actually show you how to put an add-on in Blender because I tried to download this new version of Blender, but I just reverted to my old version, which had like a startup file and stuff. So I can't show you how to do it. But you can go ahead and look up a way to get an add-on into Blender. It's really easy. So go ahead and get this XPS Tools. Go ahead and get this add-on into Blender. And after that, we're going to go to this link right here. And we're going to... It's a very long list. This is to get the actual Noesis application or program. And this is the model extracting program. So keep scrolling down until you go to N, and we're going to find Noesis. There are a lot of versions of Noesis, so go to this version, which is right here, version 4202. So Noesis 4202.zip. The date is 2016-09-25. So we're gonna go ahead and download that. One thing to always remember is here as you're gonna see right now. Once we open this folder or zip file, there are a lot of there's a lot of folders here, or a lot of stuff. Make sure if you don't, because I remember what I did. I wanted just the application, so I put all this other stuff in another folder called Noesis Junk. Because it is junk, and the program itself started glitching. It started acting weird. It wouldn't even actually, it wouldn't even open up if I recall correctly. So just go ahead and remember to always have these in the same location. So if you don't like a cluttered desktop like I do, then you're gonna go, what you're gonna want to do is go to make a new folder and call it Noesis. I have to call mine Noesis 2 because I already have my original Noesis folder. And we're going to go ahead and put all this junk into Noesis. So now we can see we have everything here. And now we're set. Now what we need to do is download an add-on for Noesis itself, because we want to be able to export our models into the .xps format or .mesh or .ascii. So you're going to go to this link right here. You're going to be taken to this page. Go ahead and download this add-on for Noesis. My bad. It's a phone call in the middle of a video. Sorry, go ahead and download this. Hang on. Let me quickly text her. Yeah, once this is downloaded, we're gonna quickly take that right there. Now this is a .py. This is a script. It's like a Python. So not like the animal, but you know what I mean. So it's an add-on for Noesis itself. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our junk folder, and we're gonna go to plugins, Python, and we're just gonna drag that in there. Now we have our add-on for Noesis, the program. So after that, okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our actual texture extracting program. So This is called VTF Edit. You're going to be taken to this page. Go ahead and go to Installer and hit that button. And I think you're going to be taken to like a wizard. Not like Gandalf, but I mean like you're going to be taken to like one of those setup wizards where it's like next, accept, and then install and finish. So yeah, once you do that, you're going to have this VTF Edit program. Again, it wouldn't let me actually do it because I have the program itself. So, yeah. So now, to recap, this is our model extracting program, and this is our texture extracting program. So now we're just gonna go to SFM Lab, and we're going to download a model. The badass model I'm downloading is going to be Space Godzilla because it consists of multiple objects and it has glow maps. So let's go to US West download. I rush my downloads. 8. Yep, I downloaded that guy 8 times. Alright, so now we have our SFM model. Now this is our main model. This is our main model right here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a new destination folder, and this we're gonna name it whatever the name of your model is, followed up by Blender. So now once we extract the model and the textures, we can put it in this folder, which is readable for Blender. So now that we're done, let's go to Noesis. We're gonna extract the program or extract the model. So we're gonna go to Noesis right here, and yeah, you're taken to this weird page. What you're gonna want to do is locate your file, your SFM file. So we're gonna go to Desktop and Space Godzilla. Now usually SFM folders consist of 2. I'm not sure about other like SFM models, but for the ones I've encountered, all these Godzilla ones, there is a models section and then there is a materials section. Sorry about that. So here are there's materials is where the textures are and the glow maps. Models is where the model itself is. So we're gonna go to Model, Ultimo, PS4, and right here we have our actual model. So go to Export, or File, Export. Now the 2 main things we're going to be adjusting is destination file and output type. Destination file is going to be desktop. We're going to go Space Godzilla Blender, and we're going to name that whatever the name of your model is. And our output type is going to be XNA Lara XPS .mesh.ascii. Go ahead and hit export, and we're done. So the reason we're exporting it as .mesh, by the way, and not like .day or .object, is because for some reason the UVs of the textures, they're just like really messed up for me. So that's what I was doing in the beginning, but I didn't export it as XNA. So before I actually exported it as XNA, it really like messed up my model's textures. Like they were just displayed weird. So yeah, anyways, after that, we've already exported our model, as we can see right here. So now we're going to go to VTF Edit, and we're going to export the textures. So we're going to go to Tools and Convert folder. We have input, output, and PNG, all that. So our input folder, what are we going to be exporting? We're going to go to our Space Godzilla model from SFM, and we're going to go to Materials. Luckily for us, it opens up all the other folders, so we can just go ahead and hit Space Godzilla, and there you go. So now our output folder is going to be our destination folder, which is our Space Godzilla Blender folder. And make sure, I don't know what this is, what the defaults of this section is, but I think it's TGA. But make sure you have this set as PNG, and make sure everything's the same, and go ahead and hit Convert. Now you don't get like a pop-up message saying it's complete, so you just have to wait for this green bar. So until it looks like it's finished, I would wait until you get that green exiting message, because I think that's what shows it's complete. But yeah, once it's complete, we can go ahead and look at our Space Godzilla Blender folder, and we can see. Sorry guys, my screen recorder just like quit on me because it's you can only like film in 10-minute increments. But yeah, we can see that we have all of our textures and all of our, well, our one model. So that is excellent. Now all we have to do is just go into Blender, and because we had that XNA or XPS model importer slash exporter add-on, we can go to import and we can see it's there. So go ahead and hit XNA Laura XPS and go to desktop. We'll go to our new Space Godzilla Blender folder, and there you go. We see spacegodzilla.mesh. Go ahead and hit that, and there is our model. So RX90. Bam. So yeah, we can see like the armature is weird because it's automatically in sticks, like it's in, that's the default. I don't know why, but I like making mine octahedral. I think that's how it's pronounced. And one interesting thing about XPS models in Blender is that if you were to rotate the model, or if you were to transform this, you can see it creates like an IK chain, which is really cool. So the one downside to that though is that when you actually keyframe it, it creates a keyframe for all of the bones, and it counts as like one movement, so it's like really jittery. But if you did, that's a really easy fix. If you just went into the dope sheet editor and you selected like a few bones and you moved them, you move the keyframes so it could blend better. Yikes, sorry about that. Yeah, if you just moved like the keyframe, like these two bones, if you move them in the dope sheet editor, then it would be like it would move better. So you know what, I'm gonna just put the textures and I'll show you that afterwards. But yeah, so we could see there's like multiple objects, and yeah, once you have your model, then you could just go to color image and you could just input your textures, and that is really, really cool. So we can go to paste, just paste all this stuff, then go to this eyeball texture and eyeballs. Copy that. This is like a, there's two models on the eyeballs, which is weird, but there you go. Our model of Space Godzilla is in Blender and it looks excellent. So what I was talking about earlier was that, say this is our model. I'll use the head actually as an example. Oh yeah, by the way, like sometimes not everything is gonna, not all the bones are gonna be in like the right place. Like part of the ends will be sticking out like this. So it's a really easy fix if you just hit X-axis mirror in the edit mode, and you just translated all of them to move in the same way. So like right here, like if you want the crystals out like that, there you go. You can see all that. And right here, the fingers are moving for each bone. So that's great. What I was talking about earlier though is that if we have like a, say we keyframe, let's copy and paste that. If we went to here's our head. Sorry, let me just copy and paste that again. I didn't have auto keyframe on. If we went ahead and we made this like that, and then like that. Yikes. You can see it's gonna move very weird. Like, see how this is it's all like one solid stop. So what you do to counter that is you go make a new window, go to the dope sheet editor, dope sheet, and you see how we have all these bones. We can just like rotate, or not rotate, but like move a few like that. So now it looks like this. All right, that was that was awful actually. What we're gonna do is make the neck move after. So like that, something like that, you know. It just like make sure you mess with the keyframes a little bit so it doesn't look as harsh or as jittery. But yeah, so now we have our model in XPS or in Blender, and that's great. So there is a way to have the texture like glow maps And I'm not sure. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, so I'm just gonna append my Space Godzilla model, because I do have custom models for all of my all the Godzilla PS4 models. And yeah, so I have like a custom setup, like with all glow textures and all materials, so the skin is like all bumpy and stuff. But yeah, we could see it takes a little bit, takes some time. That's all good though. We can see here's our model. Like if I were to go to rendered, I have like a sky set up too, so we can see it's like there's some specular and there's bumps to the skin and stuff. So it looks really bad up close, but from like this shot, it looks really nice. But you can see like my custom setup is built so that I have if I were to go to materials, this looks very complicated, but this whole section is just the bumps. Like this is my skin setup and the bumps, and then right here is the texture glow. So you have to hit tab. It's a node group, so you hit tab, and we can see right here, this is the image texture. I have a color ramp. You don't have to have a color ramp, but if you just if you wanted to change the colors of your texture, then you have to add a color ramp and do all that. That's a custom thing though. Yeah, I have that. I have the color ramp as color, and then emission, and then I also have diffuse and transparent. And then I think these two go into an add shader, and so this counts as the add shader, and then you go up here, you connect the bottom emission to glow. These are both mixed nodes, by the way. And what this does, this controls the texture glow. So you can have this like set up as that. You can have it glow as much as you want. And the top shader, remember the bottom is emission. This is an add shader, okay? So here's your add shader. Make sure emission goes to the bottom and your mix shader right here goes to the top. And now your mix shader that's on the top will go to this texture right here, and this controls the texture itself, how it shows. Now this specific model is weird. It has like a white texture for some reason, but yeah, so I always leave this at 1. But if this were like Shin Godzilla, then it would like, if I were to make this 0, you would see like the red stuff on it. It's really weird. I'm sorry, I can't explain it. But these are both mixed shaders. Emission goes to the top right here, and this factor helps. This is like everything right there. So yeah, make an add shader, put it right there in the middle, and then make another add shader, and then connect these two. And then you just connect that to the big stuff. So right here, this is my whole skin group. So and this is the spinal stuff. So now you just like put an add shader right here, make sure the glow is on the bottom or the top. It doesn't really matter. But just to stay safe, I would have this be the bottom. And then, sorry about the ring again. And then you just like make that to the surface output, and there you go. This is our setup. So it looks really nice to me. I really love this setup. So glad I found out about it. And yeah, it just looks excellent. So go ahead, you can copy this if you want. Here, this is your first look. Go ahead and take a picture. Then I'm gonna zoom in and copy this part. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I will be showing you guys how easy this is. And easy, I don't know why I said it like that. But what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna quickly show you another download. So I'm gonna download Rodan, and I'm gonna show you just how quick you can do this. The only reason it took so long for me right now was because I was showing you guys the ins and outs of the whole program, you know, showing you the ropes and all that. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a new folder, name it the destination. Ah, my screen recorder just exited out again. This damn, I don't have the trial version. That's why only 10-minute increments. So yeah, we have our Rodan folder. We're gonna go to Noesis. First, extract the model. So go to desktop, Rodan, models, Ultimo, PS4. File export. Make this XNA format. Output folder shall be desktop. Nope, it shall be Rodan Blender. Rename that Rodan. Export that. Once our export's complete, now we have to get the textures. So we go to VTF edit, tools, convert folder. Input is going to be Rodan materials. Output is going to be our Rodan Blender folder. Convert that. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time to drag me away. That was Africa. All right, so once we get that exit message, we are good. We are set. We don't need this page anymore. Now we go to Blender. Go to import. Right here. Rodan Blender. And bam. There's our model. Now we can just go to use nodes. And there you go. Our model is set and Rodan looks amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. This is King Kong 9100 signing out. See ya.